Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? So, I came on today to do a video that's really dedicated to what's going on with Shanny. Okay? I'm not going to go on tangents or anything, and I'm not going to really pay attention to the chat so much as just saying hi to you. But I have to. I think it needs to be made clear, and it's wanted for it to be made clear. That she's in a spot where she doesn't want to do anything having to do with social media at all, whatsoever, nothing. And that mainly has to do with the fact that she's come into contact with so many people that have like faked friendships. Like they come to her basically saying it most of the time it's, oh yeah, I used to be a hater, or I used to watch whoever and I realized that they were lying about you, and I wanted to come and apologize to you, and if you would like maybe we could have a friendship. Cool, okay. So every time this has happened, which I'm telling you is not, it's not minimal amount of times that this has happened to both of us, really, but I'm saying this for Shanny. Inevitably, it could be a month, it could be 2 weeks, it could be a week. These people, I would say inevitably, end up turning and making it like we're horrible people afterward. That's the main, I think, cause of this, it seems to me. That's the main, and Shanny says as much, I believe. The main thing here is really, it's like psychological torment. Yeah, Carrie did do that. Carrie's one of them. But that cycle going over and over and over again really makes your mental health get to the point where it's like, well, God almighty, I don't want anything to do with any of this shit. And anybody would get there eventually. And that's pretty much where she's at now. Is this has been so horrible an experience at this point, through fake friendships and people demonizing and making things up, just whole cloth, making stuff up that becomes real in some people's minds. I'm just telling you, if you put yourself in either one of our shoes, because this has done irreparable damage to my mental health, if you put yourselves in Shanny's shoes specifically, try it, you would be in the same position, and you probably would have lasted a hell of a lot less time as she did in it. She had been on the internet. Napster. Okay, you remember Napster. She was on Napster days. Me too. But she was always in the middle of social media stuff, which is crazy because that is not something that I was a part of. Like, I heard about Facebook and I was like, oh, that's for college kids. All right, whatever. I'm not a college kid. And then I forgot about it. She was on like Yahoo Chat and like all of these old school, you would call them what they are. You wouldn't consider it, but it is. It was social media then. Okay? It was the beta alpha I was in IRC chats. If anybody knows what an IRC chat is, holy shit, you're probably a geek if you know what IRC is. Okay. I also did BitTorrent stuff, and that's like not. We won't even talk about that. But the bottom line is that if seriously, if you had gone through this similar shit, and it becomes personal in your personal life, and it really destroys a lot of what you call normal life for you by harassment, because that's what this was. We were harassed horribly. Okay, that's what happened to us, man. We were gang stalked by a couple of crews of different people that happened to converge, and apparently there's somebody aside from even drag. There's another entity here that I was informed by another individual that was actually the person that was motivating him to go after either Shanny or both of us. I don't know. I think it's probably specifically Shanny. I don't know. But this isn't like, we try not to be too heavy a lot of the times when we talk and stuff. This is not stuff that's like just, oh, it's no big deal. Like, if we were left alone, we would have no money problems and never have to ask anybody for anything. I'm asking money for food right now. Okay? No EBT, nothing. Like, it's crazy. If we were left alone, this would not be the case, because we'd be in the same place. But it is the case, and these things have happened, and it's had a major, an absolutely extremely major psychological toll on the both of us. But Shanny has really been changed, like, by this shit. She's not the same person, and her motivation is gone, because she was very, very motivated to do a channel and become one of these people, through vlogs or whatever. She wanted that 100K button. And the harassment is such, and YouTube is run in such a way that her dreams were shattered, because it's impossible for her to have a channel without it being messed with by people that are lying about her and lying about the content that they flag. So years and years of this bullshit, and it's tripped, she makes a channel, she gets it monetized. Thanks for the hearts. She gets a channel, she gets it monetized, she's making money. I tell you, the first Twitch check was $940, something like that. Her first Twitch check was $900+. That's more money than I ever made in the thing that I had been doing, that I was just doing. Which I don't want to get into my personal life, man. I don't. But I had a gig. I was at a gig. I was going to a gig. What dog shit this system is that people have to live through. I was a privileged white kid, and I did not have to do this shit, and I thank God for the time that I didn't. But I sympathize with the worker. I'm wearing, like, prison shit. I sympathize with you. So anyway, you, like, destroyed a person's will. That's it. If you want to know where she's at, that's where she's at. You really, like, it's the soul. Part of what you are, your essence, is what you'd want to do in life. And her dream, you want to call it or whatever, was to do a YouTube thing and to have the 100K button. And yeah, she was working in healthcare and all this stuff, whatever it was at the time, and taking care of people. But she wanted a YouTube thing. And she could have had it because there was plenty of people that thought she was entertaining, because that's number one. If you're trying to do this shit, if you're not entertaining, you've got zero chance of doing anything on here. You have zero chance, none. If you have the appeal, oh, hey, what's your name on here? My God, I'm sorry. I don't want to use your actual name because I see your actual name and I don't want to dox you. What do you call yourself again? I'll just say Ansya because I think that's how you say your name. That's just your first name. Thank you. Whatever you just did, thank you. God bless you. We're really in a tough spot right now, guys. The gig I got went bad. I'm not going to get into it. Have it your way. I'll just tell you that. Okay, you rule. Sweet. I was working for them. I had it. I enjoyed it actually, but it went south. So now I'm immediately trying to find something different. I'm praying to Jesus I get something. I got something that I really want to do, and I've always wanted to do it my whole life pretty much. Everybody that's a believer or whatever, could you pray that this happens for me? Because I'll be happy for the rest of my life, I think. You know? Thank you. And I see hearts. Thank you. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say to you. It was brought to my attention by Shanny that she wanted it known. She wanted a video done about what's really been, it's hard. I mean, think about it, okay? Where's your motivation in life if the dream you had, which is dead, it's there, you can see it, you've done it, you've been working towards that dream for a long time and made inroads to it and made money and stuff, but you constantly had this small group of people that had the power to destroy your existence, which is exactly what they did. And I'm not talking about Carrie really, because you guys, you love to bring up fucking Carrie, and you're doing it now. So fine, we'll talk about Carrie for a second, okay? Do you want to know the significance of Carrie to either me or Shanny? Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, you're in the negatives. We don't care about Carrie at all. The main perpetrator of what was done to us is Dragnot, okay? He calls himself Op-Ed Fred now or whatever. That's cool. He wants to move away from this abusive content. That's great. I know that you still, like, hang out with those people, Drag and Priya. You still hang out with them. You put videos out sometimes with them. I know you do. So, but he's the main cause of it. That crew, the Dragoon crew, are the people that are the main cause of what happened to us, okay? Carrie is somebody that came later that was, I guess, a Dragnot viewer, and then she came over to us and was, like, sort of befriending us. I always knew she was not cool, and I called her the C word, and I got all kinds of hate, even from Shanny. Oh, you call my audience, the C word. I'm telling you, don't trust her. She's no good. She's not a nice woman, and I've seen her comments. Why are you trusting that? Well, it was true. Okay, there was no intention to be our friend or anything like that, ever with her. That is the extent of our time with Carrie, okay? That's it. then I went to jail, and basically she kind of befriended Shanny for a while, and they were talking a little bit as friends for a while. And then I came back, and Shanny said I forgave him and had sex with him, and that was it. Oh, you're a piece of shit. And then she started doing all the live streams she does now. That's literally everything. The whole history of Carrie with us, that's it. That's it. There's nothing else. She got mad at Shanny for forgiving me of what happened. That's a Christian marriage. You forgive each other for things that happen. If I wasn't willing to get mental help and stuff, she had every right to say, screw you, bud. I can't do it. But I'd never want anything like that to ever happen again in my life. It was horrible what happened. I think Jack Torrance, with Danny. I never want to break any arms, That's insane. So, but the bottom line is that's it. Like, you're probably not going to see her. I don't know. You're probably not going to see her for who knows how long. I don't know. Because her motivation is gone. It's like if you take... It's a fucking horse and carrot situation in life. It's like, oh yeah, I want to get the carrot on the end of the stick, so you keep running and running and running and running, and there's going to come a day that you can't run no more. As the horse running, you just can't do it anymore. That's where she's at. Health-wise, horrible, constant pain, really no relief, and no relief in sight. So please pray for Shanny. I'll say that from a Christian to another Christian and spiritual people to other spiritual people. Could you put good vibes up for her? And pray that we could get a little bit of money in here for now, because we're literally, we got no food in the house, nothing. So pray for her, pray for me too, and that I could get another gig quick. And I really just condemn the actions of these people all of these years. That it's been completely ridiculous treatment of a person that was just trying to make content, and it was she was made into this, just, I don't even know. It's insane. The type of stuff that's been said and made into reality when it's couldn't be further from the truth. Just fictions. Just fiction written into a person's life, and then they have to live their life with people thinking, wow, are you like that? You got to put yourself in the shoes of that person and go, could you even live in that situation? Probably not. But Shanny's tough. I know that. With all the bullshit she's gone through, she's probably the toughest woman on the planet. So we'll see what happens. But pray for her. And God bless you. Jesus is coming. For sure. Batten down the hatches, all that crazy shit. God bless you. Take care.